faith, belief in action. Randy Ollis is finding people who are guided by their faith from all religions, denominations, and walks of life, and sharing their stories with you. From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is Finding Faith.
Welcome to the Finding Faith Podcast. I'm Randy Ollis, and on this episode, I stopped by the Free Church of God in Indianapolis to check out the historic church and got a chance to talk with Bishop Richard Sanders, son of Moselle Sanders, about the church's 100th anniversary and the mission moving forward. Well, I'm really excited here in our Finding Faith segment today. I'm honored to be with Bishop Richard Sanders of the Free Church of God here in Indianapolis. Bishop Sanders, welcome to our show today. First off, let's just say this. Your dad was somebody pretty important in this town, right?
Absolutely.
That was?
The Reverend Dr. Moselle Sanders.
Oh, my goodness. I am thrilled to be with you here today. We're here talking about your church. You just had a big centennial celebration. Can you tell us about that?
Well, yes, this church, the Free Church of God, is 100 years old this year, same year that my mom was born. I was born and raised in this church. I was ordained to preach in this church. I was consecrated bishop in this church in 1991, and I was just led to come back home and to celebrate the 100 years of this great church, which was founded by my grandfather on my mom's side.
That is great.
Bishop William B. Stubbs.
Oh my goodness. So it's 100 years. You told me before, it's not just looking back at the previous 100 years, but you want to launch into the next 100 years.
That's right. I believe that's why God sent me here. Sent me back. I will be coming back, not to live or stay full time, but I will be coming back to help in the restoration, the reviving and the regeneration of my grandfather's ministry and his vision. Mm-hmm. I pastor, and I've been pastoring in Los Angeles for 40 years almost. Okay.
Amazing.
And so it gives me joy to come back. I know I'm being led to do it. God's going to give me the strength to do it. And I appreciate the members of Free Church and those who have come to help us to put this together.
Yeah, and you want to look forward too, right? What's the vision that you have for the church in the next 100 years?
The vision I have is that we keep the main thing the main thing. And that's what I shared with them. My first message back in July. A lot of times churches and denominations, they get caught up in a lot of ritual, tradition,
I agree.
Doctrinal arguments.
I agree.
But I shared with the congregation when Jesus was here, his main focus was delivering people, not indoctrinating them. That is important that people learn and practice what they learn, but the main thing was that blinded eyes were open and that the lame could walk, and then at the end of the day, they met Jesus and met God in Jesus, and they became believers and were delivered from whatever their maladies were.
So I think I know the answer, but your church focuses upon the death and the burial and the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The gospel of Jesus Christ.
Right, and what we want to do is make Jesus accessible to people who thought that they never would ever be able to reach them, because for so long we have put the job of Jesus on people, where people think that they have to clean themselves up and they have to get right before they get to him, but it's his job to do the washing. And so that's what we're about, and just extending Jesus to the common man.
We're both the same age here, I found out, and I think we both know we can't fix it. We can't fix ourselves. There's absolutely no way.
No, he has to do it.
He has to do it here.
Right.
So, and going through the pandemic, like most churches, there was a downturn in attendance. A lot of them just did it online, and it's taken a while to build back up, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I know it impacted us in California.
Did it? Yeah.
And ironically, the pastor here, Elder Dexter Powell, which I need to give him a shout out, Elder Powell has been at this church for 50 years.
50 years.
50 years. He's been pastoring here for the last 11 years, holding it together. But in February of 2020, he called me and said, Bishop, need you to come, need to talk to you about where we go from here. We're all getting a little older. I did a 5-year plan, came out, met with him, the former pastor's daughter, had the 5-year plan, and then the pandemic came. That was put on hold, but I'm here now. We're here now, and we're working on moving forward, being a vital part of this community.
How is the church involved in the community?
At this time, Elder Powell does feeds the hungry.
Good. I love it.
That's one of the things he does. But we want to impact this community, not just this community, but we're talking about even expanding to having other locations, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
yeah.
And every church has their strengths and their weaknesses. What would you say is the strength of this church here?
The strength of this church is the moral and spiritual compass that my grandfather that he brought and that he taught and that he drilled into everybody. I think I know that that's the strength, that we understand, yes, we're human, we're fallible, but we strive to do the right thing.
Yeah.
We may miss the mark, but what I call it, a spirit of do-rightness. It's in there. And I think that's one of the things anybody who's belonged to the free church, they strive to do the right thing and to be holy.
Yes, and it has to start with you, and it starts with me.
Yeah.
And then you just take care of yourself, let the Lord work on each one of us, and hopefully it spreads out through the congregation.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
Real quick, your mission statement here, I assume you guys have a mission statement? Or?
Yeah, our mission statement is to touch the world. And as I said, keeping the main thing, the main thing. That's our mission statement, to feed the mind, body, and the soul.
I don't know if we touched on this, but the historical perspective of the church, how it got started over 100 years ago?
My grandfather started it 100 years ago. My grandfather actually was an alcoholic, and it wasn't popular back then, but the story is that he even did a little cocaine.
Oh, is that right?
This is
way
like
back then?
way back.
Wow.
My grandmother, but she was saved, and my grandfather would come in the house sometimes while they were having prayer meeting, and he would be drunk and stumble over the sisters as they would be down there praying. And my grandmother just kept praying for him, and the Lord touched him. Yeah, the Lord touched him. He got saved, and he got baptized. And the story is that when he got baptized, he never took another drink. And his testimony is, when the Lord saved him, he would say, "I never took a drink of soda pop." Not even soda pop. And so he was called to preach. And when he was called to preach, he started the church and was in a tent, and then was on 12th Street.
Wow.
And then after a few years came to this location, and we've been here ever since. Of course, it's been remodeled a few times, but we've been right here on this corner. And that is significant that we are still here on this corner.
I really do. Just on a personal note for yourself, How did you and how old were you when you found Christ?
Papa, my grandfather, baptized me when I was 4 years old.
Wow.
It was not in that pool, but at that time we had what they called number 10 tubs. It was a long tin tub in the back there, and that's where he baptized me at 4 years old.
Wow, many, many years ago, and ever since you've been living for the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else you want to add to viewers, listeners out there?
Just don't be so quick to throw away the past. You learn from the past, but you can't afford to live there. You can lease from the past.
Absolutely.
But you don't live there, and move forward, learn those lessons, move forward. I want to tell all pastors, don't throw away the past. Those who laid that foundation, don't try to forget them. You don't have to kill somebody who's already dead. Do you, but honor those that made the way for you, and then allow the Lord to lead you to take the ministry into kingdom's future.
And I think it's what the Apostle Paul that says, one thing I do, and that is I forget really about the past and I look forward to the future.
Yeah.
If Paul lived his life like that, I think you and I should live our life like that.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. Bishop Sanders, thank you. May the Lord continue to bless you and your ministry here. So thank you. I'm Randy Ollis. Thanks for joining me in the Finding Faith podcast. Join me again next time as I share more stories of people who are guided by their faith. If this podcast has touched you, I hope you'll share it with a friend. If you have a story you want to share, go to lifestylelive.tv and click on the contact button.
This is Finding Faith with Randy Ollis. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast, and be sure to check out other great podcasts on the All Indiana Podcast Network online at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.